Welcome to today's JTV Extra. God, I cannot, I know every time I say it, I say, I cannot believe it's already like the end of September. And, with that said, I need to let you guys know that the holidays are they are upon us. And if you are going to make any kind of jewelry for a gift giving, you got to start making it now. And I decided to kick off the the holiday season jewelry making thing with this really it's so quick and easy. And I think of all the different necklaces and bracelets I make, this one is the fastest and it's just so impactful. And I think my record time for making this is just maybe under 10 minutes. So and look how cool it is. And we're going to cover two different ones today. One of them this one's got like a little whoa, right there. The little X, it looks like an X knot. And then this one over here, it's got a core and then it's got like an overhand knot on top of it. Anyway, if you're new, welcome to our show. And let's see. Oh, I can see that we have a lot of Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen, Mary, Gina. Thank you guys for joining the show, because without you guys, I would not have such a fantastic show. And you could ask questions, leave comments down below. And on the right-hand side of your screen, if you want any more information on any of the products, you could just click on it and you could add it to your cart. And also, if you don't know about Brilliant Cash, what this is the first time you purchase anything, you will earn a $40 credit, and that can be used towards your next purchase, which is like a future purchase. And on your birthday, you get a $20, anniversary of your first purchase, $20, and the Sparkle Ambassador Refer a Friend, you get $25, your friend gets $25, and 1% back on all purchases. And if you're a returning customer after 365 days, you get $30 in Brilliant Cash. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the products that are on today's show, and then we'll get to the customer showcase, and then we'll get to today's quick and easy project. And I wanted to add one more thing. You know what? I forgot. Anyway, today's products. All right, so let's see what we have today. Okay, so of course, we have the Knotty-Do-It-All. We have both our large board and our small board. And I tell you, if you work with any kind of string material, whether it's leather, silk, like cotton cord, any kind of cord, then this is a must-have tool. And this one here is our large board. And what you get is a hardware set, and you can reconfigure in so many different ways. You do get a DVD and an ebook, but everything. You get a password with all the lessons online. And there's also, all the JTV projects on my website that you have access to. And we have our small board. And I don't have a favorite. Sometimes, I prefer the small board. Sometimes I prefer the big board. It just, depends on what I'm working on. I really do like the little one for smaller projects like bracelets and, things like moose knots and, stuff like that. But another thing you can do is you can use them side by side. So you have like a mega board. But it is fantastic. It is hands down my favorite tool. If I didn't invent it, it would still be my favorite tool. I just absolutely love it. Let's see. And next we have this leather. Okay, so this is the Leather Cord USA. And this leather is 2 millimeters thick, and you get 3 colors: Pacific, dark green, and light brown. And 10 meters each. It's about 10 yards each. And let's see, what do we have next on our list here? Let me look at my cheat sheet. Oh, we have these this pendant set. It's let me see what it says here. An earring and pendant component set. And you get 7 styles, and there are 19 pieces in total. So, if you look back at some of the JTV extra projects, I have used some of these in the project. So you might want to check those out. And then next we have this vintage focal set. These are really cute, like the little dangle things, like to have it like the end of your bracelet or a necklace. And I think I know that I used one of them, which is the Be Still. And they're on clearance, $8.25, so bargain. And there are not too many left, so you might want to grab them before they're gone. So, and then the last item is this bail set. And these are the Indonesian inspired. and you get 9 designs. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, I count 10 designs, unless I messed up. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so the ones on the top there are the same as the ones on the bottom left. Okay, so you do get 9 designs, and I think I there we have a picture of them here at the bottom. A picture. I forgot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I messed up, and I missed 2 because there are so many of them. Yeah, I guess I just missed them. But this is what they look like. Anyway, these are all the products that are on today's show. So if you don't have a board, maybe after today's show, you'll be convinced that you need one. You know what? It's still bugging me. Whatever it was I was gonna say that I can't remember, and it's gonna be driving me crazy for like the next like until I forget about it. I hope I remember what it. I hope I remember. Don't you like hate when that happens? You're gonna say something and you know it's important, but then you just completely forget. So I'm just gonna be like this all through the show. If I look weird, that's because I'm trying to remember what it was that I wanted to tell you guys. Anyway, here's our customer showcase. Thank you guys for sending it in. And we didn't get a lot of submissions this week, and it's probably because everyone's like preparing for that gigantic hurricane. So if you're in the eye of the hurricane, in that path, please be careful. Anyway, here are today's products. I mean, the customer show. Okay, first up, we have Nancy, Colorado. You know, guys, what was so funny is that I had planned, the project before I even announced it on Instagram or my website. Nancy had sent this in from Colorado, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's like one of today's bracelets. So it's like Nancy was reading my mind. Very nice. They came out just absolutely perfect. So Nancy doesn't even need to watch this show because she has it down. Beautiful. Next, we have Laura Lee, Florida. Laura Lee said that this one gave her a hard time, but guys, you wouldn't know it because look how beautiful it is. It just turned out like superb. It's got the triple knots, and the little coil beads are so cool. And I just like how you did the whole composition with the the wire wrap beads. Like it's just the way they're interspersed. Just Laura Lee. She just your designs are just like they're always like amazing, just like absolutely beautiful. And I like the way you finished the end. Very, very nice. And we know that you're in Florida, so be careful, with that hurricane. And next we have Kathleen, Alabama. Oh my goodness. Okay, these wire wrap beads. Okay, it's got the pearls, the spacer, and then a bead on top. That is so cool. And the earrings, I like the way you did the leather with all those coil knots. It just looks like fantastic. And I also like the coil knots on the bracelet, and just like there's like, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5 wrap coil knot. And it just looks, it's just so cool. I like the go big or go home look. It's just nice and bold and beautiful. And I love that really cool clasp. Let's see, who do we have next? Nancy, Colorado. This one's really cool because I love how you just macrameed on the sides over the faux leather. Really nice. And then it's got the macrame slide knot. And these beads, I love how colorful and just like pretty they are. And I know they're a large hole, but God, I just love them. Just so, so pretty. And the next we have Kathleen, Alabama. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is a quadruple coil knot with the large hole beads. And this is actually kind of like today's lesson. Like today's the coil, the knot looks like an X, but it's a 2 wrap knot, and it just takes on a different look, but it's almost exactly the same. This one's 4. The one on today's show is going to be 2, but I love it. You did a great job, just absolutely beautiful, and I love the color of those pearls. Just the wine color, beautiful. And Kathleen, Alabama, these firefly, are they, or dragonfly earrings? I think it's interesting how they must have a large hole because the leather was able to fit through. But I just think that it's such a cool idea, and They're cute, and I bet they're lightweight and very, very comfortable. So it's got the, like that little moose knot on top with these cute little butterfly earrings with a double coil knot on the bottom. Really cute. I love these. And then last we have a Kathleen, Alabama. When I saw these earrings, I thought, you know what? Today, the focals that are on today's show would look like perfect on these. And one thing I like how you use the jump rings to attach the leather to the earring, because I know that sometimes, the thickness of the leather doesn't fit through the loop. And if it's too tight, the earrings won't have movement. But just using those jump rings, I know that now that, like when you move around, they kind of like, dangle a bit rather than like be like really stiff. And I like all that wire wrapping that you did. Very, very nice. Anyway, guys, that is today's customer slideshow. And if you have anything you'd like to send in, email it to me at Knotty-Do-It-All@gmail.com. All right. Wasn't that like fantastic? You guys are just so talented. And I highly encourage you to just send in like anything that you make with the Knotty-Do-It-All. Anyway, today's projects with S, because I had to do like 2 because this one was just like so quick and easy that the show would have ended in 15 minutes. So we are going to do like this one here. And this, let's see, let me, okay, got the overhand. I think it's this one. Is it? Yes. Okay, we're going to do this one first. Okay, so, okay, I got to say that I believe, I don't know if I wrote my numbers down wrong, if this one's supposed to be 52 and the other one's 62 or 62, you know what I'm saying. Because one of the projects, it requires 62 inches, and it just didn't make sense to me that the other one needed more. But since I'm going to be making it live, I'm going to be cutting the 52 inches of leather, make the bracelet, and then we'll be able to verify, because I take lots of notes when I'm, planning these things out. And, when I came up with these final numbers, I just thought, man, something just doesn't seem right. But then again, maybe it's right. But this is what you'll need. The focal in the part in the middle is optional. But I think it'd be kind of cool to put like a bail in there, and then with a jump ring. And well, I opened it, put the little charm thing on, and then closed it. So you'll need the 52 inches of leather, 12 to 13 inches of faux leather for that closure part, and 14 to 16 large hole beads or pearls. And that will depend on, the size that you want to make it. Because, of course, the longer it is, the bigger your wrist is, the longer it needs to be. Let's see what else. A button, yep. And an 8mm closed ring. And that's because I attached the faux leather, as you can see in there, onto that closed ring. So that's where, and then we'll get to this one. But we're going to do that one first. Okay, so whoa, I'm going nuts here. Okay, so let's do this one. Okay, 52 inches. So I'm going to take 52. Because, I didn't want to pre-cut anything. I wanted to do this right in front of you guys. So here's 18. Let's see. Let me get my calculator because I want to make extra sure. I don't want to like mess up here. Okay. Always met, you know what? Even if you think, just like use your calculator. Okay, that's 36. And what did I say the numbers were? 52. Okay. Okay, so there's 18, and plus 18 equals. Okay, so I'm going to go 18 and then minus 2. So there's 52 inches. Okay. And one tip that I have, let's see, first let me see which bracelet I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to be doing that one. Okay, tip. And some of you might already know this, but if like, see how your alligator clip opens just like a certain amount? You can, if you're using a button and the button doesn't quite fit, just by gently bending this part up, you can see it'll open up wider. So what you do, and you do have to do this very, very gently. You just put, you know, a pair of like pliers like right in there and just very gently just, you know, bend it just like that. And it'll like open up like this. See that? Perfect. And it's great for like holding a button. So the, okay, let's do this. Let me look at my notes here because I know I wrote something down. Okay, on this part, we are going to put the button on. So where's my button? And you want to measure out about 11 inches for this bottom part because that's the part we are going to be putting the beads on. Okay. And I see Karen Nathanson. I've known Karen for the longest time. I think she was like one of the first people to buy the board. So hello, Miss Karen. Okay, so here is a tip because you need to make a moose knot to attach this, but make it with the long side because if you make the moose knot with this side, it's going to shorten it, and then it'll end up being too short. And the reason I know that is because it happened to me, and you know, you'd think that I would know better by now, but you know, I still like make mistakes. So what I do is I put the a pin and a clip an inch apart, and I think I'm going to go for a triple, or should I do triple or quadruple? I don't know. I'll do a triple. I'm going to come in here and just, I'm going to wrap 3 times around. So there you have your 1, 2. Should I do a quadruple? See, this is where you have to decide. Now, I'll just do a triple. Why not? But you could do a quadruple. It just, I guess it just depends on, you know, what look you want. So you just pull that through and see how the knots stack up real nicely? Ooh, tighten it. And then when you bring this part up, well, hang on, let me bring this back. Okay, a little tiny tip. And when you pull this side to tighten it, you want to put your glue, but you do want to leave a little tiny bit of a gap, and I'll tell you why. Okay, see how there's a little space right there? And that's because if I were to tighten it all the way, let's say I'm going to tighten it all the way. See, if you tighten it all the way, the knot, it's like butts up to the button. And then when you go to put your leather loop, like this guy over the button, see how it doesn't, this loop will like land on the knot instead of the button. Does that make sense? Yeah, so you need that little bit of space right there so that when you close it, it has a nice, clean, you know, like closing thing. So let me see if I can open this back up. Let me stick a knotting awl in there. And you know what? An awl is perfect. So if you accidentally close it too much, using a knotting awl, just put it like right in there and you get that nice gap that you want. So always have a knotting awl handy. They are just, I kid you not, they are just so handy. Okay, so we've got the knot, we have our string, we have this. Okay, so let's do the knotting part. So what I do here is that since it's right at 0, like we need to measure it. I'm going to clip that in, and then I'm going to put my large hole pearls. And one tip that I have, okay, this is just like a design tip, because let's say you don't have enough pearls to like finish a whole bracelet. Like here I've got blue, here I've got like a beige, and here's like a kind of pink. You can like intersperse them to where one side kind of balances with the other, if you know what I mean. But I'm just gonna make this one with these pearls here. And I'm gonna go for, let me see at what point See, I did a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. But I've got to be careful because, as you can tell, these pearls are wider than these guys. So I'll probably, maybe I'll do 5. We'll just have to measure and see. But one tip that I have is on the one that you do the knotting with, put a pearl on there, and I'll show you why in a second. Because when you come over here, see, you kind of squish this part down, and you make an overhand knot. And okay, I know I've gotten a few questions about this over the past couple of weeks. Okay, down. Okay, an overhand knot would just be like, see that? Let's just say, you have your cord here and you're just making overhand knots. So that's what the knot looks like, just basic overhand knot. However, you just have to sort of train your brain to like, can you guys hear me now? Oh, can you hear me? I don't know what happened. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Hang on. I saw that there was no sound. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, yeah, they got. Thank you. Hey, Lauren, thank you for letting me know. I need water. Okay, I'd like to letting Lauren know to like thank you for letting me know. And let me make sure that my I think my wiring is on. I don't know what happened, guys, but thanks for letting me know that there was no sound. All right. I've got all these wires like hanging all over me. Yes, Lauren is like always saves the day. So anyway, so what you do is you come over and you make like another P just like that. And because I'd been using my fingers, but I guess it just depends, because I know that there was one that I made where having the pearl was better, but it just like all depends. So if you're, and one other thing that's really important is make sure, and this happened because I grabbed a spool of leather, and when you're doing knots like this, do not use old leather, because old leather, and you'll know because it feels a little bit crunchy, and when you go to make a knot in it, it will break. Because that's happened to me so many times. But maybe in the future, I'll give you a lesson that you can use old leather for. I kid you not. That's so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna like tighten this and then make that other overhand knot. And I'm gonna like tighten that, like crank it down. Okay, I'm going to take a bracelet that I already made, and this is because I'm using different size pearls. Let me see. Okay, button. See that? Uh-oh. Okay, let's see over there. Oh, I'm going to put one more on. Okay, yeah. And see, those are just a couple of things you need to kind of like watch out for. And then at this point, I'm going to put on, ooh, let me see. I had such a hard time deciding which bail to put on. I'm going to put a little one on there. Okay, I'm going to put that one on, and then I'm going to put the rest of the pearls. Good, we're doing good on time. Okay. All right, so, and then what I do here is let me move this back. I just do a knot over the bail, but if the cord is thin enough, you could put the bail over both of the cords, because there have been a lot of bracelets where I've done that and I've just put the bail over both cords. But in this case, I'm using a small bail. And one of the advantages to using a small bail is that the distance of the pendant, because I know that you guys know every little bit that you put between your charm and your bail, I mean, it's like it almost exponentially like increases like the distance, and pretty soon, you know, you have your pendant all the way down here. So let me move this, and then I'm just going to keep, I'm going to knot over the bail, and just like that. So it's looking good. See how fast this is? I mean, am I going too fast, or do you guys understand what's going on? Ooh, Robin says, oh, sweet Joan, take good care. Come down here if you need. Oh. Okay, and then this one. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And see, I've got a lot of leather left, and that's because I don't know. Let's find out why I have because the length that I left. I mean the amount. That is in case you're like making a larger one, because, you know, sometimes I know that sometimes you need to make it like an inch longer, 2 inches longer, and, you know, it's really hard like to calculate exactly. The bail is large enough to go. Yeah, yes, if the bail, because some of the bails on today's show, they are large enough to go through both, which, you know, thanks for bringing that up, Anissa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like these guys are definitely big enough. This one's like huge, so I think that would be too big. This one would be good. I like that. But yes, you would need to make sure they went through both. Okay, so we got leverage, and let's see. Yeah, this one looks like it's got about like 13 inches like left over. So, but one thing that I do. Let me see. I think on the last knot, I mean the last bead, I don't. Let me make sure it fits, because that's really important. Because okay, perfect. And then on the last one, you could like either take the knot off, or just don't put a knot right there. And then right in here, I am going to put a closed ring. So let me grab. Ooh, let's see. I think this one is 8. Let's see if the 8mm fits through. And then at this point, you can cut this part off, because we are going to use it to make our our coil knot. So we're going to put this here, and we're going to bend this like that. And this part I'll go slow, because this is the one part in my, I did this project a long time ago, and this was the one part that a lot of people were like, whoa, what'd you do? Okay, so I'm going to take a scrap of cord. Bermuda. Hey, Terry, how's it? Oh, I have missed. But can you use other stringing material? Yes, 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 absolutely. I've used cotton. I wish I had thought to bring out some of the other bracelets that I've used. You know, let me just look real quick, because I've got a drawer here that might have some other materials, and they must be in my other like studio thing. But yes, you can use like wax cord. You could use anything. Okay, so right here, I'm just gonna just loosely get this like set up because I need to make my coil knot. So I'm gonna clip this, and I'm gonna clip this one. Oh, let's get some of these beautiful, beautiful clips. Okay. Can't not have enough clips. And if you're concerned about like marring your leather in any way, you could just take a scrap of cord and look at this. You just tie it around here just like that. Just kind of give it a swirl and then just clip it. See that? It just helps hold it. Because right now, at this point, we don't need a whole lot of tension on the cord because all we need to do is make a loose coil knot right here and get the glue on. Oh, thank you, Pat. Ooh, 30 minutes. Man, I feel like I'm doing great today. We've got plenty of time for the other bracelet. Okay, so glue time. Okay, so now we need to make our coil knot. See, I think that's what this other piece was for. That's because, okay, that's right. So I think I'm doing good on my numbers because I was a little bit concerned. Okay, so you want whoa, what is on the bottom of my board? Okay, so you do a triple. I'm doing a triple here. See that? Okay, let me lock this in. And then you take that out. One goes in one way, one goes in the other. Okay, so right now let's make it nice and pretty, but do not crank it down yet. Because we're going to get it just kind of like almost tightened. Because now what we need to do is we take our glue and, oh goodness, ew. Don't sniff that. Ugh, it got like, ew. Hang on, guys, this stuff kind of like spit at me. It's like hissing. Ew. Ugh. All right. I'm just gonna like the top got stuck, and I'm just gonna stick a hole in it. I know this is like a horrible thing to do, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm just gonna like try to get some glue like right the spot that I'm putting it. This is the spot because these two cords are kind of like move down like right there. See that? Like right in there. The space, ew, that's like right above the pearl. You want to get it on the top, get it on the bottom. Ugh. I know this is probably the GS Hypo Cement Company is like they're probably making a voodoo doll right now and sticking pins in it saying, how dare you like do that to our beautiful cement. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we're gonna like loosen this, and then we're gonna pull this like to like, see that? I pulled it to like get it nice and closed, and then you're gonna take these, you need leverage here, and now you're gonna tighten it. Oh, beautiful, see that? So now you let that GS Hypo Cement dry, and then what you do is you come back in and clip all the ends off. And one question I get a lot is like, hey, can I use super glue? I know when I first started making this style of jewelry, I would recommend super glue because I'm impatient and I want the job done like really fast. But over the years, I try to avoid super glue like the plague because I have found out that it's so toxic, and it gets stuck on your fingers, and when it dries like crispy, like a cracker. And you really want something a little more flexible. And the trade-off is, guys, it does take like 24 hours to dry, but just, you know, unless you need it like immediately, then I would just use the GS Hypo Cement. So let's take this, and this off. And let's just pretend like it's already dried. And then you just come in with, it could be like, let me see what I have here. I'm just going to use, what am I going to use? Scissors, clippers. Ah, here they are. You know, I swear they're right in front of me, and I don't see them. You just trim these guys. And I don't think it's a good idea to use these scissors to cut leather. So I'm going to come and get my other scissors that, I'm so bad that way. I use like these are my sewing scissors, and I just like abuse them because, you know, jewelry comes first, sewing second. Ha ha. And then what I did here, so the next thing is to take your faux leather, and I'm using a 1.5 millimeter faux leather, and I'm going to take a 13 inches or 12 or 13. It depends on how much leverage you want. I'll go for 13. And I'm going to make a, let me see how I'm doing on time. I think I got time. So let's see, in my notes, I think I offset it by, I don't know, let's see, 4 inches, 4.5, I think. Okay, let's see. And then with the long side, you make your, like a moose knot. But this time, I'm not going to do a double. I'm just going to do I think it's is it a single? No, I'm going to do a double. And double is that, 1, 2, 2 loops. And the reason is because I just think it looks good. But if you want to do a triple, that's fine. Okay, down and all the way up. Okay, so, and then what you do here is we are going to make a coil knot. So now that we have this part, and one really nice thing about, oh, I just love these. One nice thing about this part, because in any bracelet, especially when it's with leather, if anything's going to break, it's going to be that button loop. And with this style of closure, it will, first of all, it'll last a lot longer. In the second place, if anything happens to it, it's so easy to replace. That is the button loop is the one place that you don't want to skimp on. And I know that, you know, some people are okay with that, but since it's an independent part of the bracelet, that's one really nice thing about it is that it's easily replaceable. See that? That's it. So this is like, and another thing I really, okay, I'm going to do the coil, and I'm going to see, let's see, I'm going to give myself 4 more minutes on this project because I want to get to the other one too. So let's cut that, and then you make a coil knot. Oh, wow, who's hooked on crime shows? Oh, which one? I like Mr. Ballin. I listen to that guy like 24/7. I think I don't know. I don't think I actually listen to like the stories, but I like his voice because it's just, I don't know. There's something like soothing about it. So there, I made my coil knot, tighten. You squeeze it like this, like twirl it, twirl it, twirl it, squeeze, pinch, and then snug it down again. And what you do is you move this all the way to the end. And see, the reason I put this knot, because when you get to the end, you have 3 cords, and if you cut the wrong one, which has happened to me, and it's horrible. I mean, because you have to do the whole thing, like this whole thing over. So this is the one that is going to get like trimmed and melted into a ball. And you don't want to tap this one down. This one is going to, you need that little ball. Let's see if we could do this. Ooh. I forgot to turn on my, okay, I'm watching it, guys. You got to keep your eye on that thing. And I mean, you want to blow it out as soon as it like hits. Let me turn on my fan here because, you know, it's such a good idea to have that, like, 'cause you don't want that smoke blowing in your face because it's, I don't know. Let's do this side, trim it. Well, right now I gotta like move that fan. And when you do these, you gotta keep doing this because you always want the flame to like be away from. You just don't want it to burn anything because it will. Ooh, 20 minutes. Whoa. Okay, so now what you need to do is take, ouch, these pliers. Just move the knot down. See that? Perfect. And then you just need to leave this hole big enough so that whatever button you have on here will go through. And one thing that I forgot to mention is on this style, see, since you can open it and close it, you could actually use a gigantic button if you want. So where's my gigantic button? Anyway, I had a button that was like really big, and you can use it because you don't need that big loop because you can close it. Isn't that like perfect? Okay, so and then at this point, what I'll do is I put like a couple of pearls like on the ends, like I did here, and then you know any like thing that you want here, like coin on this one. I don't know, Lauren and I were just like, it's either a Kachina doll or a Hopi. I don't know, you guys that know more than I do. I know, right, Susanna? Thank you. All right, so now the next one, this guy. Okay, so let's see, what did the notes, let me clean up a little bit. I think the notes on that one said, let me get all this stuff off of here. I think it said 62. Let me see here. Overhand knotted leather. This one, the X knot. 62 inches. Okay, I'm gonna do it. 62. All right, let's do that one. All right, so where's the leather? I'll use the green. Yeah, why not? Or should I do the blue? I'll do the green. Okay, so it's 62. Okay, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 62. I don't know. I am very like, I just don't believe it. I don't believe that this takes up 62 inches. If at the end of this it shows that the numbers are different, guys, just and if you took notes, just kind of like change it out because I'm stumped. I don't believe it. So maybe, I don't know. But anyway, let's try it out. Okay, so the how did I start this one off? This guy. We're gonna make this knot first. So about 5 inches. Okay, measure 5 inches. And now we are going to make a moose knot. So let's put this here and let's zoom in. I know, coil knots, that's what, okay, Gina, yes, coil knots do take up a lot. I mean, so much leather. Let me get this focus. What is going on? Ooh. The focus is on right there. Boom. They do take up a lot of leather. That's like I'm thinking maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm not. Okay, so 3. Did I go 4? No, it's 3. Should I have done 4? I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to do a triple. Let's do the triple. Yeah. And then I'm going to tighten this. And now this loop here, you want to make it big enough so that if you're using a pearl on the end, that it's going to like fit. So pick your pearl that's going to go on the end. So I'm going to pick this one. So you just want to make sure that it'll go through. And don't forget, okay, so you say, oh yeah, the pearl, whoop, let me fix this. The pearl goes through, but you got to remember that there's also going to be this leather on the side. So you need to make it a little tiny bit bigger, just a tiny. And then you put your glue like right in there. But I'm not going to, oh, where's my, maybe I should just do it. I'm going to put this, right in. And with that, when you put the glue right in there, whoa, sorry. Whoa, okay, right there. It just keeps it, and after it dries, it just really helps keep it from like budging. Because if this knot is gonna go somewhere, it's gonna wanna go like that way, and that helps keep it. Okay, so now I'm going to trim this part off, and then I'm gonna start doing the knotting to see if, why is this not focusing? Maybe I'm zoomed in too much. Ooh, yeah, okay, that's better. All right, let's do it. Okay, Pat, the timer is on 15 minutes. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so you put your first one on. And, okay, so what I do is I just clip the pearl just like that. And with a peg, you know what? Okay, another tip, because this one you need it's kind of annoying when this thing kind of like wiggles. I mean, even though it's snug, this technique kind of like puts a little more stress. So one thing that I do is I just take like a scrap of thread and I put it across the hole like that, and then I put the clip in, and it just gives it extra like grip. So see how I have the clip? It's like right like up to the pearl. And I'm going to come in here, see, 2, and then I'm going to go through. I did like a double, and now I'm going to put this through, and then okay, I messed that up. Okay, let me do it again. I don't know what happened. Let's see if we can learn from my mistakes. So there's 1, 2. Okay, just hold it. That's the trick. Remember, you got to hold it in place and then put it through just like that, and then pull. And so you pull, twist this, make sure it's, and then when you get to, when you have the knot on there, it's going to look like this, but you need to kind of like squeeze it, twist it, and like tighten. See that? Because that's the way to just get it like perfect. You got to twist it, because the thing is, when you tighten a knot, it's like tightened from 2 directions, but this one is only being tightened from 1 direction. So you're gonna have to like kind of twist and pull to make up for the fact that you can't pull it from the other side. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. When I say that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that guy in that movie. What's that movie? That real funny movie with that guy. Know what I'm saying? Lauren, help me. You know what movie that is? We Are the something. I don't know. Okay, so 1, 2, and okay, perfect. I'm gonna go fast, guys, because I want to see if I can finish this before the show is over. So I'm twist, twist, twist. I'm pull. Whoa. Okay, perfect. Okay, and I think I don't think next week, but the next time I have a large whole beads and leather on the show, I'm gonna do I'm gonna show you guys how to do a double row of this one. So is this easy? Does that like, you got that? Like 1, 2, hold it, take this out. See, the reason I want to, I'm just gonna go like, I'm gonna go Speedy Gonzalez, guys, because I want to be able to see if my numbers were right on this one. Okay, tighten and squeeze. See how beautiful, perfect these knots come out? Ah, yes, Susanna. Yeah, it looks like it takes practice. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my gosh. Okay, 1, 2. Hold it and through. Ah, perfect. See, I just love making these. And the only thing is, like, you can't like put all your pearls on because it's just that type of. Okay, so 1 and 2. And I think another, this is my preferred way to do this, but I'll show you just a slightly different way. Because I just feel like when I do it this way, I have more control, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm like, did I mess that up? Ugh, let me show you the other way. Is there another way? Oh yeah, maybe like this, 1, 2. This is, but when you do it like this, the knot is like farther away. See, I don't like that. Forget it. I like this way. When I come in like this, and then, yeah. I just like the control that I have. Okay. Let's do this one. Up. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going. Okay. The heat is on. Okay. Oh, can she do it? Guys, do you think I can do it? Do you think I'll be able to finish by 11? Oh. Okay, that's 2. Oh my gosh. It's 2 different, let's see. Ugh. I'm going to teach both of these to myself. Yeah, you know what? Thank you, Gina. Okay. Okay. Let's just like chit chat so I can get my mind off the fact that I'm trying to like hurry up. Okay. Beat. Pearl, pearl, pearl. And another thing, oh, the double row of this bracelet, I'll just like throw out some random like stuff while I do this. You'll need a 1.5 millimeter leather because I tried doing the double row. I don't know why. The double row version, it looks really nice, but it does require a thinner leather because the 2 millimeter for the double row is just a little bit too bulky. Beautiful. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Okay, right now it is at 5 inches. And never trust the length. If you say, oh, my wrist is 7 inches, I'm going to make the bracelet 7 inches. No, always try it on because you could have a bracelet that lengthwise it's 7 inches, but it can still be too short because of how thick it is. Has that ever happened to you guys? That happened to me. I made this awesome bracelet and then I cut it, trimmed it. It was 7 inches long, and when I put it on, it actually was about 4, and that's because of the thickness. Yeah, that does. Wow, looks like it's I think I don't know what I was doing with my notes when guys, I think this 62 inches was too much. It's looking like it. All right, so let's get this on. All right. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Okay. Yeah, I think I was right in my assessment that See, when you made this stuff for a lot, the only reason I didn't make it over again is because I was running low on the leather, and I thought, oh, if I use the leather to like check my notes, then I'm going to have a problem in that I'm not going to have enough for the, see that? Right, I have a 6-inch wrist, okay? And this is like a 6 1/4. So, and this, I still need to more. Yeah. Oh, did I? Hang on, Robin. Did I? Let's go back. It was this one. See, for this one, my note says 62. And I measured 62 out, but like I mentioned earlier, I think that's wrong. It feels wrong to me. So I thought, you know what? I'll just find out on the show. So if it is, we'll find out how much cord there is left over when I finish this. And then whatever is left over, just subtract it from that number. And I really apologize because, I have no idea like how that happened. I was trying to be so careful when when I do my calculations because, I don't like wasting like materials, but this is like totally bizarre. I don't know how that happened. Okay, so oh no. 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, one more. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Okay. This next one is very important. So that was our pearl, right? Was it? Was that the one we were going to use? I don't remember. Did I use it? Oh. See, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, well. I'll just use this one. Okay, this one's a little bit trickier because now we're going to do a triple. Okay, so 1, 2, this is a triple. Okay, and then you're going to go through just like this. Okay, don't tighten it because now you got to put the pearl on. And then you have to go back through, okay? Uh-oh. Let me open this a little bit. Okay, so now you got to feed this back through. Oh, come on. Andale. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, so now remember, if it was like a regular like moose knot, this is the one that we'd be pulling, and that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this here, and now we're gonna pretend like we didn't like just, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta tighten that one up, and then see how that is nice and tight, and then you're gonna come in and you're gonna pull this one, and then you're gonna put your glue in there, right in here, right about there. And then you're going to like pull it all the rest of the way through and then kind of readjust your pearl like this. And if you want, like I think Rhonda did, she put a knot on this one, or you could put a crimp if it makes you feel more comfortable. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to see how much cord I have left over, guys, because that is going to be, I'm going to do that much. Because remember, if you're making it longer, okay, so let's subtract. Let's see how much I have left over. So at 23 inches, how on earth did I go over 23 inches? So 62 minus 23. Okay, let's do that. 62. Let's see. Let's take this off. Okay, we're going to do it right here. 62 minus 23 equals, it looks like 39 inches of 2mm leather. So just, sorry, I don't know how that happened. I am just stumped. Maybe I forgot to do the subtraction. I don't know, but that's it. That is how this is done. Look how cute that is. So then you just come over and trim this off. So we've got, I can't believe perfect timing for both of these projects. Oh, this is not the one, but those little charms that are on the show, I took this one. It says be still, and then you could just like put it like on the loop, and it looks really, really cute. See that? Ta-ta. Look at that. How cute is that? So you could just put like any, I did it. Oh, thank you. And remember, okay, the measurement for this one, this one, 39 inches. I'm sorry about that. My total apologies, but now you know. Always like, I guess, check your notes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you guys next week. And be safe. Bye.